Welcome in to the Nexus Gaming Series. We're here in a Nexus Division matchup. If you'd like to know the average MMR of these teams, exclamation point, NGS MMR in chat. It'll get you the average MMR for each different division. But on the left-hand side, we have ProBUs with the Muffin on Samuro, Earby on Abathur, 8-Bit on the ETC, Sage on the Tassadar, and Quark on the Stukov. Over on the side of Cat Daddies, we're going to be looking at Shoe Puff. Delicious. On the Anubrak, UG on the Rainer, Tay on the Anduin. Must be Day's cousin or something like that. Shy Guy on the Greymane, and Grazix on the Deathwing. Go both teams. Yeah, you're an awesome caster. I'm pumped. Oh, dude, thank you so much for that. Thank you for the kind words. Thanks for coming by. Thank you all for coming by. Lurking, chatting, hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Today is Wednesday. We do our casting. Tomorrow, Thursday, we'll be doing casting. Tomorrow, we have a live game. So we'll be definitely doing that tomorrow. So I think the game plan tomorrow is cast one replay, and then we'll do the live game. I will be starting stream tomorrow with a delay, so that way we don't have to restart stream, because I know how much you all panic when I do have to restart stream. But either way, let's continue into this. Nancy, thank you for the gifted sub to Mel. I'll resend the alert when we get out of game. Thank you very much for the gifted sub. Thank you for the 578th gifted sub. That's very, very generous of you. Shy Guy in bottom getting body blocked by a Stukov and one singular auto. A big ol' Stukov slap to the face for 272 damage will be first blood in favor for the members of ProBUs. Is it ethical for me to bet points on this game? I'm not doing a prediction for this game. Usually what I do is I do fun questing talent stuff where it's like, which team gets the third immortal? Which team, will Zul'jin finish stacks? Will Kael'thas have 30 or more stacks? So usually we do stuff that's a little bit more challenging. But Quark, how you doing, bud? You know, your own morality, that's for you to decide. I'm not gonna sit here and judge. Hey, Kaelis, what's up, bud? Okay, sorry. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything in chat. And while that's happening, we do have Samuro diving over the gate. Man, this Greymane is just getting bullied in bottom lane. Speaking of this bullying in bottom lane, Shupov just trying to back away. Is going to be able to get out of here, but does take like 25% of their HP. Mid lane getting pushed out. Abathur does have the Adrenal Overload, which will synergize with the Samuro. Going to be seeing a Windwalk Samuro, so he's going to be able to just really maneuver around the map and also maneuver in these team fights with the Sakuchi at level 13. Should be able to get him to dive, dip, and dive around. Oh, Yuji is going to be fine for now. Muffin able to back away, gets the healing burst from the Stukov. Quark is getting low here. Shupuff does come through. Deathwing with the cook on the Molten Flame, and that's going to be Stukov going down. Four-handed Baha? Yes, indeed. Samuro with the charcuterie? No, Shakuchi. Sakuchi. It's the short distance teleport for Windwalk at level 13. Why are you all so weird about this talent name? Not much. Enjoyed my mini weekend. Gonna work at the office for the first time in months tomorrow. Nice. Hey, we completed the community challenge. Thank you all for the boost. I appreciate it. Jack Harrer. Delicious. Thank you for the last little bit of boost. Thank you for the 1,922 last points for the boosties. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Gonna take some time to open these cages. Guard them in the meantime.
Sorry, the charcuterie board thing, it reminded me of Season 2 of CCL, where McIntyre would literally have a charcuterie board every CCL broadcast or something, or it was either Saturday or Sunday. I think he did it once a week, or once a weekend. But McIntyre would have a charcuterie board, so he'd like do a bunch of analytics, we would send him off the broadcast, and then he'd run into the kitchen and watch the CCL match with his wife and eat, like, you know, meats and cheeses. And I envied that so much. Mostly because of the meats and cheeses. That's really about it. But anyways, Samuro getting dove by a Nubrak. It looks like the real Samuro has been found, but the force wall from Tassadar, Shupuff can't get away. Samuro steps in, almost getting absolutely shredded. There's a lurking arm from Stukov, does have the low blow. Oh, Tassadar comes around the corner. Sage trying to find the static, or the shock ray, doesn't get the kill, and Shupuff, whoo, living on the edge, is gonna be able to hearth out. You know what I need to do? Season 4 of CCL, If I work it, if I don't, I need to just make my own charcuterie boards. That's what we should do every Saturday and Sunday. Instead of CCL breakfast, CCL charcuterie boards. Sorry, anyways. Of course, you can tell we're getting late into the stream because I'm getting hungry, of course. And there's going to be a kill onto the Anubarak by ETC as Deathwing Cataclysm comes through, but it's not going to be enough. 9.2 seconds remain on the left-hand side, 16 on the right. Lurking Arm from Stukov does zone back the Anduin, but he's going to run right into a Force Wall power slide from 8-Bit, and that's a kill onto Anduin. Getting some guitar slaps onto this giant dragon, and there's going to be the Stukov with the channel. If you're gonna do it, I'm gonna send you some meats and hey, send me meats and cheeses, sure. Just make sure it's still wrapped up. I was telling my neighbors this. When my parents come to visit, they don't bring clothes. They bring a suitcase full of food. Like they bring like loaves of bread. There's a really, really good chorizo that my dad can get, so he brings that. There's like 6 different cheeses they bring. Oh, cheese is so good. It's literally what my family brings when they come to visit me. Because they have a bunch of clothes here. They don't need to bring... They're coming skiing, so like they've already got everything here. They bring bottles of gin for me. Oh, the Michigan gin. There's a really, really good gin, if anyone's a gin fan and lives in the Midwest area. I don't know how far they go, but Rusted Crow Distillery makes a fantastic botanical gin if that's your jam. Anyway, sorry, let's get off the topic of food and drink, which we'll jump back onto in about a minute and a half, I'm sure, and just continue to see what's going to happen here. First objective phase does go over the side of ProBUs. What are they able to find with this? A fort front gate in bottom lane and some decent siege in said bottom. Mid lane really didn't take much damage at all. Top lane, same kind of deal, so it seems like bottom lane got the most value. Mid is considered the optimal lane because you can feed in these null packs consistently. But let's keep in mind that you do have the Jungle Grave Golem in the top and bottom lane, and I believe that is actually the correct name for it. We can actually, hold on one second, I can show you right here. Yes, the Jungle Grave Golem, excuse me, Defender, and that is going to be in the top and bottom, so it's just a little bit harder to get, and this mid camp is easier to constantly grab, because it's a minute and 30 seconds without any sort of cooldown reduction. It's not like there's a Nova grabbing the camp, which is going to reduce the camp timer by 50%, which actually on this map would be insanely strong, since you'd basically be able to have Reaver minions 45 seconds, or not Reaver, you'd have 45 seconds after the, spawn of the null pack, so you can actually get like double wave pretty quickly. In the top lane, Samuro finding another kill onto the Greymane, absolutely just getting shredded this game, and unfortunately Greymane's not doing much shredding of his own, as he is going to be having Wizened Duelist at level 7 set to 0, as you do lose half your stacks upon death. UG, I don't know if they see, well then now he sees, yeah, he definitely sees the Samuro coming in. Samuro, Greymane? Greymane wants revenge. Samuro might be able to steal this away. I'm just trying to show the vision really quickly. There's a nice burrow charge in from Shoepuff. Did Samuro outplay himself? No. Samuro's out of here. He's got the Windwalk. Greymane can't reveal him, though Samuro needs to make sure he doesn't step near the fort, because the forts Keeps and Core do have true sight. Spawns 2 of those mirror images and gets away. Anubarak, massive burrow charge! Excuse me. Went for the Underking as well as the Epicenter. Or excuse me, not the Epicenter. It's the Underking and the Subterranean Shield. A burrow build from Anubarak. We rarely ever see this. Also to note, we've got the Monstrosity from Abathur. Alright, so we're a push build team. The Epic Enter? No, there's Epicenter. Epicenter is one of the talents that you can get where it increases the AoE of your burrow charge. Maybe I might be misremembering. Maybe it's later in the build? Trying to think. Because I think there's... Ooh, nice shot from Raynor. Nice shot, man. As that will be Samuro going down, finally getting punished. Oh, I like that. Nice use of the electric fence from the Tassadar from level 4, dealing 147 damage per second, just to be able to keep to clear out the null camp a little bit faster. ETC does go down. Deathwing will take flight. Ooh. I cannot wait for the new chair. I have a chair coming sometime soon. I don't know specifically when, but I have a chair coming from Corsair at some point. I really don't know exactly when they're gonna send it, but I'm super excited about it. I really want to just retire this DX Racer chair. It's at 16. Thank you, Be Crazy. Berserk watches Kaldor, I'm guessing. Who's Kaldor? Okay, let's see. 13, Samuro is going to just clear wave. There's the Sakuchi, as I had mentioned beforehand. Windwalk teleports Samuro a short distance in the direction he's currently facing. Samuro actually applying some pressure onto Deathwing, which is going to force the Cataclysm out. That's actually pretty big. A Cataclysm forced by Samuro. Now, I do want to point out that the Deathwing did go into the Burn Beneath My Shadow, so when the forts do go down, it does give a reset, so it's not that big of a deal, because we're actually seeing another recast immediately here. It's just a little surprising that he actually utilized that, but I think it was the right call. Did put Deathwing in a better spot, and he was able to continue to siege in here with the mid lane Drekthar camp. That's a Chastise, a nice follow-up from Deathwing, but tank tower shots are something they need to respect on the side of Cat Daddy, so they'll back away. ProBUs still sieging in through bottom lane with the Evolved Monstrosity. Can I see any stats on this bad boy? Evolved Monstrosity. So it's damage versus structures, 215, 216 basically. Okay. I didn't know it had an attack range of 2. That's kind of interesting. It's got a little bit of a reach to it. Did burrow into the top lane because the monstrosity does have a burrow now. Bahamut, what wears out your chairs first? So this is the first, like, gamer chair I've ever bought, and I bought this chair back in Detroit. So I've had this chair, like, since 2015, I want to say. Single target mosh pit, but hey, Greymane, another kill should go out onto him. Well, maybe he makes it out. Shy Guy, Razor Swipe. Roll, disengage, eyes in the dark. Samuro does not get the reveal, but he still chases knowing where this Greymane's going. 8-bit chasing out. There's that Sakuchi short distance, and there still is the kill onto Greymane. Man, they are bullying this Greymane. Can't see stacks on what? Might always start making too much noise and need to be retired. So this DX Racer I bought in, like, I want to say 2015-ish. This chair, it's pretty good. The cushion is getting a little worn, but the biggest thing is the material that is on the top is starting to, like, crack, and it's cracking right where the back of my knees are, and it's kind of uncomfortable on my legs. The chair's just starting to get a little old. That's all. It's not like, oh my god, I can't sit in it, but it's starting to get that actual, like, visual wear and tear. Monstro stacks? No, there's no way to see stacks. I was looking to see if maybe in the deeper details it does show, but it doesn't. It shows kill streak, but I don't think that correlates to its scaling. I think that has to do with, like, enemy heroes? I might be wrong with that. Either way, Greymane goes in, finds the kill onto Tassadar, but the Abathur's going to be able to get the return kill onto the Rainer, and Anubarak went down very early in the engagement. Muffin very low, getting pinged. They know that's the real Samuro. He pops the mirror images, gets the big heal from the Stukov, and that is Greymane going down. Deathwing being body blocked. He may not be CCable, but he is definitely body blockable, and that's going to be a quadra kill to the side of ProBUs. Seems like computer chairs aren't built to last long. I mean, I've had this one for almost 7 years. I think that's a very long time to have a computer chair. I think 7 years is a very good amount of time. And, like, realistically, this doesn't need to be retired. Like, I can still use this. It's not bad by any means. Little wear and tear, but it's not like, oh man, it's unusable. It all depends on how much time you spend in it. I probably spend anywhere from 8 to 10 hours a day in this chair. About 5 to 6 days a week. I spend the vast majority of my life in this chair. Light Bomb will cancel out the ETC Mosh Pit, does lock down Tay for a second, allowing Muffin to go in for the damage, and does find the kill onto the Anduin. Now you just trying to get some damage onto the Samuro, but the Windwalk again is going to be able to allow Samuro to kind of just meander or kind of dip, dive, and dodge around all these shots out from the Hyperion as Greymane gets the revenge. Razor Swipe, Shy Guy chasing in. Deathwing burninating onto Sage, and no shock ray comes out. Sage goes down. Ew, Abathur Samuro gross. Hi, Kama Tripson. How you doing, bud? How are you, doctor? I am back. Am back. Get back to lots of killing. Yes, exactly. So, bottom lane Ford, I do believe, just fell. Let me look at the monstrosity really quickly. I want to see something. Okay, so kill streak pertains to the minions that did die. I'm trying to see if there's like a way for us to kind of understand the scaling mostly. Turn ally minion or locust into monstrosity. When the enemy minion or the monstrosity dies, it gains 2% health and 2% basic attack damage, stacking up to 40 times. Monstrosity can be healed by Carapace, and it has an ability to burrow inside a visible location for 80 seconds. Okay. So I'd have to get a calculator to do that math, honestly, unless someone else wants to do the math. 2% times 40. I do believe. I used to play a lot of Abathur, but not anymore. More Gallboy now, but what is the builds for Abathurs these days? I think there's quite a few different builds. I think the build you're seeing right now, this is the build that I actually typically go, but I usually go Ultimate Evolution rather than Evolved Monstrosity. ETC did just use his Blink right there, Bolt of the Storm. This is actually what I usually go through, and it's so, I can talk about it a little bit more after the game, and we can talk about Abathur builds, absolutely. Just please remind me. Longest tooltip ever, 80%. Wait, what? Up to 40 times. Oh, okay, yeah, that is very simple math. I don't know why I thought that was more difficult. You literally typed 80. I was like, it's 80? And then I'm like, 2 times 40 is 80. Yes, absolutely, Bahamut. Great job. Conflagration from the Deathwing as Sage is taking quite a bit of damage. Here comes a massive Cataclysm. Deathwing wants the kill onto Tassadar, and that's some good tower shots, reducing the armor of the Deathwing as he goes into deep, does go down. We have boss through bottom lane. Objective phase is up and available, and this is going to be also this Grave Golem Jungle Defender in the bottom lane. But either way, Abathur pushing up the top lane. All right, while we have this opportunity, let's talk about the Abathur build. So Pressurized Glance. Now, this is really, really good because you increase the range of Symbiote Spike Burst 25%, decrease the cooldown by 1 second. This synergizes later on with your 13 and 16, which we'll get into. Adrenal Overload. This is going to be extremely good for the Samuro as well, just because you have the faster attack speed by 25%. Mule, well, it's just a great utility to get nearly 4,000 HP back onto a structure so long as the Mule does utilize the full 40 seconds of time, has a 60-second or has a 20-second cooldown after that 40 seconds. So pretty short cooldown realistically as long as you get that value. Let's talk about the Samuro right now. He's going to be trying to go in right into this engagement. Does swap to a few different to a different clone, and then Sakuchi's out. So level 10 is the Evolved Monstrosity. That's a split push build sort of deal. Also, it doesn't seem like they want to clone anyone. They just want to have the Evolved Monstrosity split pushing. Samuro wave clearing with the Blade Storm. We'll talk about the level 16s or so later on as we have Stukov getting dove and smushed by the Deathwing. ETC gets hit with a Cocoon. Light Bomb from Anduin, and Samuro's able to back away onto a different clone once again. Muffin trying to get out of here. Does have that short distance blink as I was mentioning. A lot of damage onto Deathwing. Does get an protection plate from his level 1 Draconic Might. Still seeing Sage low here. Does go down. Muffin as well gets hit with a penetrating round, and it's a slow bleed out from the side of ProBUs while Cat Daddies find a couple kills. Caster Math, dude, Caster Math is hard, okay? You try and stream and talk to chat and think at the same time. It's hard. So level 13. Soma Transference. Symbiote Spike Burst heals the host for 46% of health. 46 health per enemy hero hit. Now, as I had said, this synergizes with the level 1 because you have an increased range, so you can kind of poke out to more enemies that do want to group up around these objective phases or team fights. Level 16, Envenom Spikes. Abathur Symbiote Spikes Burst also slows enemy movement speed by 40% for 2 seconds. This is also going to synergize extremely well with the Samuro as well, since Samuro went into Merciless Strikes. Samuro's basic attacks against stunned, rooted, or slowed enemies are always critical strikes. These two talents synergize, but Abathur's build overall synergizes with this because that level 1, as I mentioned. Level 20, Hive Mind. This is going to allow you to be able to have 2 hats, one active, one passive, meaning you apply a hat to Samuro, and there will be a smaller hat applied to Sage, and your Spike Burst and your Spike Burst and... I'm trying to think of the Stab. I think it's just called Stab. I believe those get shots out as well. Symbiote mimics commands. The first does the... Yeah. And does half the damage and shielding. I think, yeah, and so Carapace works. All three symbiote abilities work. Deathwing goes in for a double Cataclysm. I don't know if he meant to cue that up or what. There you go. That's this build on Abathur is pretty. This build on Abathur is pretty good. But there's other builds we can talk about as well. Oh, glad to help. Seems like we have a top lane keep to go down. Is this enough to push to go core? Ooh, Muffin gets the blink away, but Anub'arak comes in with the burrow. There's going to be a cocoon onto ETC. And with one keep down, they're going for core. Mew will be summoned from mid lane. Deathwing comes across with the Cataclysm. And that's a lot of damage on the Shoe Puff, who needs to back away. ETC looking for a mosh pit. Going to be immediately interrupted by the Anub'arak. Doesn't have much HP. Does have some decent shielding. Core will fall, and for the very rare time that we're going to see here, it is going to be a core to fall with only one keep down. It was looking a little scary there, but as I realized, the boss was still very healthy. All right, some talents for anyone that wants to see them. Neato Burrito. Yeah, exactly, Ghoster. It's very rare when you see that. I feel like that's not a very common thing to see here. But hey, either way, that's map number 1 going over to the side of Why is it doing the wrong alert? I need to go check this. I need to go check the Twitch alerts. Something might be overlapping
I will follow
incorrectly.
you to the end of the world. Subscribed.
Nancy35 gifted a tier 1 sub to Melville Toes.
Toes.
They have given
Melville
578 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you again, Nancy, for the gift of sub to Mel. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so Cat Daddies go up 1 in this best of 3 series, our 3rd one of the day. Let's go ahead and get set up for our next map. Fantastic. And then tomorrow, by the way, we are going to be doing casting. It's going to be a shorter stream as always, but we are going to have a live game. We're going to be doing, I believe I signed up for a Heroic Division matchup tomorrow. I might actually have to run to the bathroom in between games. I did not really time things out very well. Heroic Division matchup tomorrow at 5 o'clock PST, 8 o'clock EST. But we'll get to that tomorrow, as we are still in here today in our 3rd best of 3 of the day, and we have got another map coming out, ProBUs versus Cat Daddies, and let's see. Trying to see if there's any fun questing talent stuff. Maybe we won't do predictions for this series. Maybe we just won't do any predictions. Let me see something really quick. Level 1s, nothing really. Level 1s, nothing really. We'll skip predictions for this series. Maybe if there's a 3rd map and there's something we can do with a hero, maybe we'll do that, but we're good. All right, I am going to quickly run to the bathroom before we get into our next map, and with that, I will leave you with Bandit. Don't go anywhere. We're going to get into map number 2, ProBUs versus Cat Daddies, in about a minute and a half or so, okay? BRB. Okay. Alright. I am back. Hi, Bandit. What's up, bud? What you doing, little bandit? You enjoying some casting? Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're here into map number 2, third best 3 of the day. On the left-hand side, we have ProBUs, on the right is Cat Daddies. We are here in our Nexus Division matchup. We're going to see, will ProBUs be able to take us to a map 3, or will Cat Daddies be able to dominate and take it to 2-0 fashion? Let's see what happens here, as we've got some level 1s coming through, and we will be seeing Core 4 bottom lane. Ooh, mid lane play. I guess mid battleground play from the side of Cat Daddies. Let's see what they do with this.
5, 4, 3.
Also, looks like we have, excuse me, looks like we have a player swap in here. Shy Guy coming in for, I'm trying to remember all the player names off the top of my head. Was Shy Guy in the last game? Am I crazy? I feel like Shy Guy wasn't in the last game. Nubrak burrow charges in. Big fight in this tight corridor. Lurking arm from Stukov. He does have the low blow. Rainer penetrating round. Doesn't connect. 8-bit is going to be able to back away. Healing Pathogen on 25 HP. Shoe Puff low is going to get some healing out from Anduin. Both tanks falling drastically low. Woo. 8-bit sitting in the bush, goes in for the burrow charge, cannot connect onto the enemy. There's a chastise coming out, and Rainer is going to set up first blood to the side of Cat Daddies. We are having a little extra healing out from Anduin with the Divine, no, that's not right. Yeah, Divine Star, I had it right. I don't know why I doubted myself. All the talent names to remember. Let's peek into the top lane really quickly. Imperius versus Sonia. We do see Sonia spearing into the engagement. Does have those block stacks from level 1. I'm going to be able to avoid, was it 4 auto attacks? 3 charges every 16 seconds. But keep in mind, the trait value. While Fury's movement speed bonus is active, you get a 200% cooldown or refresh rate. So as long as Sonia slams a wave, spins a wave, spears a wave, she's got constant cooldown reduction on Tough as Nails. Great, great pickup right here to the Imperius. Skiki, thank you. I think that's how you say your name. Thank you for the follow. Oh, also, small reminder, Friday's gonna be more Dark Souls. More Dark Souls on Friday. We've been progressing the game pretty well, in my opinion. I honestly have no idea how far along we are in the game, but I've done a bunch of stuff. And we have a bunch of new areas to go to when I come back. Or when we start back up on Friday. We've got the castle and we've got the lava area. That is what we've most recently unlocked, for anyone that is wondering. We've rang both bells. We fought the terrifyingly beautiful spider lady. Oh, just peeking into the top lane, see if there's anything else happening in between these two teams. Shot of Fury as well. After casting Seismic Slam, your next basic attack deals 40% more damage. So good synergies right there. Muffin sitting in the bush, waiting for someone, like Imperius has stepped a little too far out, but Imperius, respecting the wave, respecting the Sonia, will not do so. Just showing the vision really quickly. Oh, here comes Stukov. He wants to make something happen. Unfortunately, I don't think he can. Or not Stukov, sorry, Tychus. I don't think Tychus can do anything here, so this is just going to be disengage, set up for the Immortal phase. First one of the game, north-south positioning as always. Muffin gets the dash out. There's a Celestial Charge from the Imperius. Muffin so very low, goes down. Sage getting chased right here, waiting for that Tough as Nails to proc once again for some health, or some block value up against the Rainer, and he's just shredding through those stacks. Nice sidestep from the Jaina as everyone is doing their best to save the Sonia. And Yerby gets the healing off as we have 46 souls on the Diablo, 6 stacks on the level 1 for the Jaina, 769, nice on that Frostbite. Maybe not that nice, but we also do have 0 stacks on the Master Assassin from Tychus. Sonia clears top, Diablo Rainer clears bottom. And this is race between both teams. Lunar has level 4, and she's got Nature's Culling, so we'll be able to have faster race potential. Anubrak trying to slow down the race on the right-hand side, but realizes maybe joining the race might be a little more beneficial. It's going to be a close one here, ladies and gentlemen, but with Anubrak joining, it is going to be the ProBUs crew grabbing first Immortal of the game. Nope, I am Immortal Blind, and I read it backwards. My apologies. Cat Daddies gets the first Immortal of the game. Grubby said it, and I'm right there with him. I have Immortal Blindness. Like, it's just like, I look at him like, ah, yes, this team got it. And it's like, wait, nope, gotta flip it backwards. Never mind, have it wrong. Whoa, Diablo almost going down right there. Fantastic play coming out from the side of Cat Daddy's, getting that leap of faith from Anduin. Now the siege continues. Belth in bottom lane. How much is he dealing into structures? 1,044 and 522 baseline as the Anub'arak goes in with the Impaled Burrow. There's a lurking arm from Stukov. Chastise connects on to the Lunara as she's going to get Shadow Charged right into the wall. Healing Pathogen does come out, and the tower shot should take down Belth, who does find the fort front gate through bottom lane. Meanwhile, in top lane, Grazix has to tap well as Sonia's been handling this wave. Want to quickly check and see. Sonia, stop moving. Does Sonia have... Did I not click on her? Hello? There we go. I completely forgot what I wanted to check on her, honestly. I don't know why I was like checking something and I blanked. Either way. My apologies. I don't know what I was trying to figure out right there. I think it was Tough as Nails just recharging. There we go. Yeah, Tough as Nails recharging. Sorry. I literally I had a split different thought and I'm like, wait a minute, what? Diablo Shoepuff gets, oh my god, tries to push 8-bit around but has to get left away. Off to D&D. Have a great night all. Good luck, Ninja. I hope you don't party wipe. And as I always say, if you're the DM, then I hope you wipe the party. Good luck with D&D. D&D is a blast. D&D is a good old time. Okay. Interesting Sonya build. Block stacks get, Tough as Nails get shredded by Raynor, but Sonya really hasn't been matching into Raynor much. It's mostly into the Imperius, which has been pretty strong. Shot of Fury is pretty strong as well. After casting Size of Slay, your next basic attack is 40% increased damage, so it's very, very strong. You also have sustainability with that. Poison Spear. I mean, Leap plus Poison Spear is always good. You don't have to go Poison Spear with Leap. Or, you know, you don't have to take a leap if you take Poison Spear, but I think they synergize extremely well. I think this is a pretty good build for just the sustainability in the solo lane, as Sonya is not really meandering out of the lane outside of objective phases, which even then, I don't even think Sonya really needs to. She's going to stay into top lane. Tychus Lunara race extremely well, so this is very split for the Sonya, and it works out great for her, as the Imperius is going to be forced away. The 50% mark is going to be hit right here as Sonya comes in for one slam. Block works Imperius and trait. Yeah, exactly. Because Imperius trait is an auto attack. Because you have to mark them and then you have to auto. Each basic ability marks an enemy hero hit for 10 seconds. Basic attacks consume the target's mark, dealing 20% bonus damage per mark and healing for 107 per mark. Leap in from Sage. There's a leap from Lunara. Tay taking a lot of damage and will be going down. Huge is the next target. Jaina's out of there as the Imperius will go down. Diablo has full souls, not level 10 yet, so he would spend every soul. This is actually a new addition to Diablo's baseline after our most recent patch. After reaching level 10, Diablo consumes 75 souls when resurrecting. As a note, though, you still have to hit 100 to get that to get the trait trigger. A little bit of a spin from the Immortals. Shoepuff is gonna be able to hit 10, so they've got that value. I'm gonna cycle through the other numbers as we have a very, very split Lunara taking some tower shots, and the Nexus forces will find that kill. But the fort does go down, and Sonya should find a free fort through bottom lane. This is a Lunara for a double fort. I take that trade every day of the week. Sorry to the Lunara player, but I take that trade for sure. May not be a fort guaranteed in bottom. I may have spoken too soon. Never thought about the trade counts as autos. Yep. A really good counter. Oh my god! Sonya leaps into the arms of Imperius. Oh, I'm pushing the clip button on that one. That's funny. Sonya leaps right into the arms of just... Imperius was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and try and grab somebody here. And Sonya's like, me, pick me! Sage was not happy. I could imagine. I could absolutely imagine. A great counter into Malthael is blinds as well, because Malthael applies trait with auto attacks and stuff like that. So if you can't apply trait, there you go. Blinds into Malthael has been considered a decent counter to him. Especially back in like Tormented Souls days, like that was a great way. That was a great way to counteract Tormented Souls. That jump, big sad. I feel bad for Sonia, but man, that was it's so beautifully layered and timed. Alright, anyway, sorry. Immortal spawning, Diablo full souls, Jaina at about 5,000, a little less than 5,000 on the Frostbite. Tychus, 4 stacks right now on the Master Assassin, 13 talent tier hit first by the side of ProBUs. And they'll have half a level to do something with this. This is going to be Commandeer Odin as Diablo uses that target to Shadow Charge, maybe get out of the lane a bit faster. There's going to be a leap of faith from the Anduin, leap in from the Sonia. This time, no Sky Suplex to grab her immediately as the Tychus does go down on the top of our screen to the Rainer. Jimmy killing his buddy. 8-Bit getting low, does go down. Sage spears on to Shy Guy. And 1 auto attack will come through. It's a solid quadra kill to the members of Cat Daddies, who are going to then move to the Immortal phase.
Quadra kill.
Sonia arm jump. Thank you, Mers. Thank you for the clip. Thank you very much. Thanks for this. A great rewatch. Oh, the clip. I was like, yeah, the game's a good rewatch. I agree. Alright, so Lunara's back in the mix. Jaina did finish out her level 1, so she also has the 10% increased damage of the Frostbite. A little extra spell power right there. Keep in mind, we also have Icy Veins for the cooldown reduction on basic abilities. So a lot of burst ability from the Jaina. Did go into the Frost Shards as well as the Ice Lance. So a little bit more poke out from that one. Jaina? Oh, she's fine in top lane. I thought there might have been a potential play. The Immortal goes over to the side of Cat Daddies, but it is looking like Shoepuff might lose those souls. Oh, Diablo, can you get out? Leap of Faith? Is it a Kaibo cleanse? No, it's not. It is. It isn't. And Tychus goes down. They chase Diablo for souls, and he's the one to survive as Sonia has to clear things in top lane. How much are you dealing damage-wise, Belith? 690 nice damage, standard. 1,380 into structures. I love that this is tagged with hairstyling. Well, it's because people come by and ask me hairstyling tips. Literally, like, what was it, like 6 days, not even 6 days ago, like 4 or 5 days ago on stream, someone asked me some beard trimming tips. It's true. I mean, people come by and ask me for hairstyling tips all the time. Tay is able to back away. Diablo does lose souls, and that is going to be Imperius falling, as that is huge going down as well. Big plays from the side of Cat Daddies, or excuse me, from the side of ProBUs. Call the ambulance, but not for me. Exactly. How you doing, Frozen Italiano?
The demon's attack has failed, yet we have not seen the end of him.
Alrighty, so we take stock of the map, and it is Tychus to clear top lane, and the rest of the team to grab the camp in top lane as well. Sonia going to be scouting out around. We do have the vision for the Sentinel Wisp, and look at this, look at this. This right here, the edge of my cursor, that is the increased range of Sentinel Wisp right there. That is massive information being conveyed to the team, and just, I absolutely, like, I really love Sentinel Wisp. I level 1 for Lunara. I feel like it is, I don't feel like it's like the only level 1 that you can take, but I feel like it is like the level 1 that you should take. Sonia gets annihilated, and Nubarak goes down. Angelic Armament, excuse me, the Wrath of Angiers goes out, but it doesn't connect, but it still is a triple kill. Someone asked for tips to keep his head shiny yesterday. Does that count as hairstyling? Yeah, they do. Yeah, someone asked me about my do I have a favorite polish? I don't polish my head. You don't need to polish your head when you have the smoothest head in esports. And the smoothest brain. Got him, wrecked him. Oh, wait. That's me. Thank you for the cast, you're welcome. Whoa! Oh, Diablo going in deep, but he doesn't care. Pops the lightning breath, starts to cook the Stukov. Hyperion coming through. Diablo takes about 50% of his HP. He finishes out his souls again. And there's going to be Jaina having her level or her baseline ice block done, but that is a mortal phase spawning and a keep to go down in bottom lane. Consistent catapults in that lane. But speaking of catapults, we got a catapult in top lane for the side of ProBUs, hitting for 456 damage, sieging in with the Impaler camp. This is getting keep front gate. Doesn't seem like the members of Cat Daddies are too concerned with that. They want the immortal phase. Ooh, self-burn, those are rare. Dude, go in my brain and come back out, and that's all it is. Impaler camp and Wave still pushing up in the top lane. No response yet from the Cat Daddies. Is this a mistake to let this much siege come through and then continue? There is the consideration to go to it, but no. This is the fight over the immortal phase. Anubrak goes in onto Use. There's going to be a light bomb as well. Connects onto quite a few. There's a lurking on from the Stukov, and Sonia has the slam. Another slam onto this Imperius. Sonia trying to get the last little bit of damage. Doesn't have a leap for 50 seconds as she utilized that is the engagement tool for this little scuffle as Diablo goes down. He is going to lose only 75 souls from that level 10 change onto the Black Soulstone. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I am loving these talent buffs for a lot of these heroes. Muradin, Stormbolt at 10, Stitch's Hook at level 13, Maiev, Vault of the Wardens for the secondary charge at level 20, Diablo, his 10 coming through as well. I think these are such cool adaptations, and I said it before and I'll say it again, I don't want to see it on every hero, but I'd love to see more and more of this slowly be implemented into Heroes of the Storm as the Immortal phase goes over to the side of ProBUs.
Our triumph brings order to this realm.
Smoothest brain and smoothest head in esports. There you go. All right, let's check the Immortal stats really quick. I don't think I got the swipe on there. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Immortal deals 830 damage standard, 9,130 into minions, but the big thing to talk about is 1,660 into structures. I think Diablo might have shown right there. Oh, I'm trying to find the vision really quickly, but I actually might have been, I clicked the wrong hero either way. Leaping from Sonia, Diablo with the lightning breath, no souls, there's a Wrath of Angiris. Oh, you don't want to put Stukov right there. Well, I guess it's fine. I thought the auto attack would come through, but it's actually a grenade from Tychus that kills the Jaina. There's a very low Anubrak. He does go down. A very low Imperius is trying to back away. Sonia misses the spear. She got a slam, though, and will start to spin as she's rooted for a second or two. It's 3 versus 3 right here. Sage very low, tries to get away. Diablo shadow charges in and gets the smoosh mid-air. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Immortal still clapping its way through this keep. It should go down. Keep for keep in bottom lane. Keep for keep in top lane still up.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
One little scratch onto the core right there. Tychus clears out top. I'm going to quickly just look at the red vision. I don't know if they saw Tychus rotate up here, and I want to quickly swap. Okay, so he did count quite a few in bottom lane, so I think the Tychus is safe doing this. Holy crap, we've been streaming for almost 4 hours already. Where does the time go in these days? Honestly, I love it. I love it. So much fun to cast and stream for you all. And as a reminder, Thursdays we typically start later in the day because of my CCL meetings and stuff like that and other meetings I have throughout the day. But tomorrow we will be doing 1 replay and 1 to 2 live games. Should have time for 1 replay, and then we will get into some live games as well. Because I'll be starting stream at 3 o'clock and we have a live game at 5. Time is speedrunning today. I will be honest, I'm kind of happy about it, kind of not. Like, I enjoy streaming for y'all. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy doing this. It's fun. This is literally the highlight of my day that I get to sit here and talk about Heroes of the Storm and you know, meme around with all of you in chat. But also, I am really excited to, like, start playing Final Fantasy VI after stream. I'm excited. I'm just, you know, I'm excited for the post-stream. I'm excited for soup for dinner. Told you we'd get back on the topic of food. I'm gonna have soup for dinner. I think I'll make a grilled cheese with it, too. I got some pickles that I'd love to have. What kind of soup? Just chicken noodle. Just chicken noodle. I haven't made a pot of soup in a little bit. I actually need to go to the grocery store because I ran out of paper towel. So I have to go to the grocery store tomorrow morning. Either I buy taco stuff tomorrow, or I buy stuff to make, like, rice bowls with. So, like, I'll buy, like, some sort of like thin steak, season it up, and then grill it, and then cut it into pieces throughout the week and eat it with rice. Ooh, okay, we have a Cocoon onto the Diablo. He gets hit with a Chastise as well. No, that wasn't a Chastise. There was just a root afterwards. Sorry, Chastise. The Anduin's on his own team. He can't Chastise a friendly hero. But that is going to be Raynor going down. Might have been some sort of just, oh, is it Virulent Reaction, maybe? No, yes, it hungers. Maybe it was a Impale from a Nubrak or something like that following up.
Let's take up a new position.
Grilled cheese and tomato soup. I love tomato soup. Can't eat it. Too acidic for my stomach, unfortunately. Too acidic. Gives me heartburn immediately, but I love grilled cheese and tomato soup. Oh, I wish I could eat it. You've only had chicken noodle soup once. It's easy. It's easy. It's an easy, you know, can of Campbell's to do. It's not the most flavorful thing in the world. It's mostly salty. It's like salty noodles and meat and stuff. But, you know, it's a cheap can. It's easy food. Low calories. Rice go rice. Oh, I love rice. Oh my god. I have one of those very, very nice rice makers, and that it just cooks it perfectly every single time. So I'll just make like a massive batch of rice and then just eat that for like 4 days straight. And then just like jazz it up with like either some meats or some seasonings, or sometimes it's just plain ass rice. Need to see if we get such cans in this country. I don't remember seeing them. Campbell's? I don't know if Campbell's. I don't know if Campbell's is outside of the United States, because outside of the United States there's better soups. Might be able to order it online. Commandeer Odin, big red button coming through as the Immortal is going to start taking down Keep for the top lane. We do have all 5 members up and available on either side. Immortal still attacking from range as it does have the shielding. Once it drops that shield, it will move into melee range. Big red button from the Commandeer Odin is kind of zoning back the enemy a little bit. There's a Cocoon onto the Diablo. We have everyone going in onto Imperius, and he will fall. Nubrak goes for the Burrow, connects onto the Raynor. Diablo might have been the target, but the Immortal moves to core. Lunara's on this as well. She has got so much damage with the Nature's Calling, flailing swipes from the Stukov just to be able to create some space. And that is map number 2 going over to the side of ProBUs. Ladies and gentlemen, we're heading to a map 3. Day and I are working on the website for Heroes. Also, by the way, if you didn't hear, Day is now working for Wisdom. If you did not hear that, so Day has joined us over at Wisdom. I believe there's a Twitter post detailing more information about it. But her and I are kind of like working on the website together, and she was messaging me. She's just like, the funniest part about updating Heroes on the main page, looking at the abilities, the heroes keep talking to her, because if you go to the collections, the hero keeps saying like a voice line, and so she was working on Rexar, and she just keeps getting, I dislike waiting. I get the urge to wander. Whoa, Earby.
Money for you.
Thank you for the replay cast.
Oh, Earby, you did not have to give me $13.37. That is extremely generous of you. Thank you so much for playing the game. Honestly, thank you for playing the game. Like, I really do appreciate it. That is really, really nice of you. Thank you for the $13.37.
You up for some cake and
Whoa!
pie later, buddy?
Oh my god! Oh my god, we got a Kyberries raid? Kyberries raiding me? How was your stream, Kyberries? How was your I'm assuming Storm League? How was your stream, my friend? Tell me all about it, Kyberries. How you doing? You know what? I should do this, because we are in the middle of a best of 3. We're about to get into map number 3 in our 3rd best of 3 of the day. But when we get raids, we have to go fishing. And when because why not? I mean, sometimes people forget that they have Prime Gaming just floating around in the middle of their Twitch account. They're like, man, you know, I could get myself an amazing Baja weenie emote. Kyberries, have you seen the weenie emote? Kyberries, have you seen the weenie emote? I'm just saying, If you're like, damn, that weenie emote is amazing, I need that so I can spam it in Kaiberry's channel, I'm just saying, you can use your Prime Gaming here. We did it!
Fish.
Fish! Thank you for the fish! Look at this big old fish. Look at this big old Prime Gaming. Emote Control, thank you for using your Prime Gaming here. We caught one. We caught one. Weenies in chat. The weenie emote is amazing. I love the weenie emote. I love it so much. There's actually a way to do it so that it like overlaps with itself. I forget. Oh, I have to. It's whatever. But thank you, Emote Control, for your Prime Gaming. Thank you for using that here. You delicious human being. Who doesn't love their chat being full of weenies? Also, we hit the goal, by the way, for anyone coming in who might have missed it. We hit the goal. We're going to do a God of War Ragnarok cosplay. I'm going to try and time it out for when the game comes out. I actually might, like, try and get my friends to, like, crash here the night before so they can do the makeup early in the morning. Or make them wake up early and drive over here or something like that. But we are going to do God of War Ragnarok cosplay. We will either play Ragnarok on PS4, or if I can somehow afford a PS5 and find a PS5, then we'll do that. But either way, thank you again, Earby, for the $13.37. Thank you, Kaiberries, for the raid, and thank you, Emote Control, for the Prime Gaming. But I'm sure you all are sitting there at home saying, okay, Bahamut, we get that you love us. We get that you love Baha Weenie. What we want is games, and don't worry, I will get us into map number 3 in just a second here. I'm going to load up the map, I'm going to get us, make sure that we have the players on the right sides, and we'll get into the next game. So excited for Ragnarok, any game that attempts Icelandic anyway. Yeah, I am excited about Ragnarok because I was insanely invested in God of War, the 2018 one. I literally want to go back and play the game already again. Like, I think we played the game, like, not a couple months ago, and I already want to go back. Oh, Bandit, big stretch is good boy. Hi. Look at that big stretch. Look at that good boy, big stretch. Yeah. Are you a good puppy? Are you the best puppy, huh? Are you a good bandit? Huh? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Kaiberries, if you're still around, please give the dogs a pet for me. You're still around, please give your divine puppies. Please give your divine puppies pets for me. I am blanking on one of the names and I feel very bad. One of them's Nova, and one of them is, I'm blanking and I feel really bad. Nova and, I want to say it starts with an S, but I'm not. Nox! That's why, yes, thank you. I'll pet Nox for you. Thank you. Oh, sorry, I'll give you points back. I forgot to turn that off. Nova and Nox, thank you. Sorry, hold on. There's no bigger or smaller Bahamut today. That's a Tuesday thing. Sorry, I forgot to turn that off before stream. I'll give you your points back later today when I go through and give people points back for things. Bigger, smaller, keyboard, camera, and normal. There we go. Didn't know what it was. Okay, yeah. On Tuesdays, I have a camera that I have 10 cameras for each size. I have 10 cameras that go smaller and 10 cameras that go bigger. And then we also have a keyboard camera. The keyboard camera is basically this camera. It's basically, you can see my keyboard. Be crazy, redeem the small treat. Okay, we can do that. Bandit's like, okay, I'm done sleeping. What's up? There you go, little guy. Good boy. You're a good boy. Also, there's nothing really relating to stream about it, but as a reminder, March 5th is Nancy's birthday. Our wonderful viewer Nancy, that's always here hanging out with us and chatting and joking around. It'll be her birthday on March 5th, so we'll be probably streaming that day. Actually, I don't think I will be streaming that day. I have to go to a gymnastics competition to cheer on my neighbor's kid, so we'll probably celebrate on the 4th. Beware the Ides of March, but that's the middle of March. That's the middle of March. Alrighty, everybody. Alrighty. I have done enough in-between farming of uptime and all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and jump into another game.
Commence combat.
Wait, that's the 15th of March. Yeah. I said 5th. 5. Yeah. Ides of March is the middle of March. It's from Julius Caesar, is it not? Beware the Ides of March, and then he gets stabbed in the back.
The battle begins in 10 seconds.
I just learned a new English word that I never heard before. What, Ides?
5.
The Ides of March? Yeah, Ides meaning mid. Middle.
2,
Spoilers!
1.
You want to know what? You want to know what? The Odyssey and the Iliad are the same thing. Oh, no, they're not actually. I believe one's a precursor to the other. Bye berries, belated thank you for stream, and hey Faffin, how you doing, bud? I don't know if I missed Kai Berry saying that she's leaving, but if she is, have a great day, Kai Berries. Sorry if I missed that message. Alrighty, we have Vault of the Wardens. I learned recently that it's not Vault of the Warden, it's Vault of the Wardens, which I didn't realize it was plural. Not that big of a deal, but just little things that I've picked up recently myself that I thought I'd let you all know about if you care. Hanzo gonna be going into the target practice at level 1. Actually, holy crap, excuse me. He's already finished 1 stack. He's gotten 3 Stormbolt Qs onto a singular hero. That is extremely quick. That is not something we see very often. That's great. Honestly, Caesar's accomplishments are even more amazing when you consider that he was a Thundercats, thank you for the joke. What, Mers? I don't know what's happening. I'm okay. Okay. All right. Let's get back into all of this. That was really good, Thundercats. That was really good. That was really good. That got me good. That was a clever one. I wasn't expecting to see that at the end. So we have the camps on the left and the right to be respectively grabbed very early. We are going to be seeing Deathwing actually go down in the bottom lane. My apologies. I thought for some reason he might have been up in the top area, but that's just going to be the camp grabbed on the side of ProBUs, as Shoepuff is going to be up here to clear wave, or at least do their best to do so. Gilnane cocktail through the wave, a little bit of Umbral Bind. Shoepuff has to tap well. 2-minute cooldown on that one. First objective phase will be up in about a minute here, a little bit less than that. Hanzo looking to build out more stacks as quickly as possible. Maybe I caster cursed him, but a lot of sieging through top lane. No camp grabbed on the side of ProBUs. They're just going for a siege with a minion wave as Deathwing has respawn, drops down, and is able to help push out the wave a little bit in top. But I will say this, 1 fortification camp was utilized over from the side of Cat Daddies. Bare feet. What about bare feet? Are you talking about me? Like how I never wear socks? Yeah, I don't like wearing socks. I like bare feet. I hate wearing socks personally. Day and I have talked about this actually. We've talked about this extensively. I hate wearing socks. I hate it. It's uncomfortable. That's mostly it's just uncomfortable. These are the conversations that we're having here. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Thanks for Kaiberry's raid. Socks are terrible. See, thank you, Proto. They make your leg hair itch. Oh, the best thing is like after you finish a day of snowboarding or skiing, you take off your knee-high socks from your boots and stuff. Oh my god. Oh. It's always a struggle. Wear socks and get uncomfortable or frozen toes. Just push more blood to your toes then. Duh. I think this is where someone should come in and say you've never found good socks. All right, well then they can suck a butt. I can't imagine most socks fitting well on bare feet. They don't. They really don't. So you have to custom knit them. Nice burrow charge away by the Anubarak just to be able to disengage from the Umbral Bind from Muffin, not getting the pull that they're looking for. Is on the left-hand side of the objective phase. We do have Muradin, but it also is going to be the camp grabbed over here. Another fortification to the side of ProBUs. They've got 2 fortifications and 1 biotic emitter. A lot of tools to utilize here, but it doesn't seem like... Okay, they will drop 1 fortification. 8-bit stepping forward, anchoring for the team. Anubarak burrow charges. Might have been a disengage, might have been a play for Muradin, not 100% sure. Umbral Blind connects to the 1, 2, 3. Big fan of knives. Big fan of knives. If fan of knives hits 2 heroes, it has a massive cooldown reduction. And speaking of massive plays and cooldown reductions, we've got massive triple kills and an immortal, excuse me, Vita Committer. No, a Trigger Protector. There we go, into the mid lane. How strong is the turret, you've always wondered? The turret deals 32 damage base, 64 damage into minions. Has a range of 7. So it's a little bit less than structures. And it does 4 attacks per second. So 32 times 4. If I'm not mistaken on my math. Insert random the Dragonite, the Garden Terror, the Cavalry, the Immortal, the Punisher. Blackheart. The Sky Temple Temples. Towers of Doom shots. Ah, yes, the Trigger Protector. Man, Shoepuff wants this gray main and won't find it. Did Shoepuff overextend for this? Not really. Tay is right behind. Yuji just right behind. Seems like the Trigger Protector will end here. Mid lane fort did go down. That is pretty big. You've got periodic catapults every 3rd wave coming in through mid. Trigger does go down.
Now, we'll make adjustments accordingly.
Alrighty. I will say this, sorry, just the last thing I just had on the note of socks. The best socks I ever bought were the World of Warcraft Horde socks. Those are the comfiest things. Those are the only socks that I like wearing, and I only wear them when I travel, because usually that's one of the most uncomfortable. Those socks are honestly the best. Those are really the best. Nice and soft. So, 11 to 10 in our levels. Let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like while we look and see. This might be a dive onto top lane for the Deathwing. Nah, they won't be able to get there in time, as there's really no major CC available. That is going to be a Cursed Bullet connecting onto Deathwing. Cursed Bullet was actually buffed in the most recent patch. It still reduces the damage percent from 35 to 30, but you have a cooldown reduction of 24 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. So Cursed Bullet has a 6-second cooldown. Used to be 10 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. Poor Haunted Mines, Grave Golem never gets party invites because Grave Golem is OP. Everyone knows this. That's why they had to take it off the circulations, because Grave Golem was just so OP. I really, like, I'd love to play Haunted Mines again. In like, quick match rotation at least. You know what they should do? You know what they should also do? While they're working on Haunted Mines, they should make a Haunted Mines ARAM map. Just basically, like, theme an ARAM map around Haunted Mines, that's all. I mean, because there's Silver City, which is based off of Battlefield Inferno, and then you've also got the Lost Cavern, which is based off of Tomb of the Spider Queen. You've got the vertical map, the Volskaya Foundry-based one. Why not get a Haunted Mines themed one? Just saying, if they're gonna work on the map, they just might as well make a ARAM map as well. Big Umbral Bind coming out from the Maiev. I haven't really looked at her talents. She's mostly going into the Spirit of Vengeance, looking to be having that sudden vengeance as well with the level 4 for 6% of their maximum health. Great into Deathwing, great into a Nubrak for that big percent-based damage. New York cheating death a little bit, spawns right in the engagement, pops the Entomb onto Deathwing, which forces the Cataclysm as a disengage tool. Containment Disc onto the Nubrak. He is going to be silenced for, I believe, 1.5 seconds out of this, and he will be falling, 1.5 seconds afterwards. Brightwing does go down as well, and the members of ProBUs are just pushing, finding quite a bit of value here. Maiev doesn't pop the sudden vengeance near Deathwing. 8-bit tanking some tower shots here. Seems like Leorc will go into mid and keep soaking up as our control point B is up and available. Deathwing to take flight. You can see his health bar slowly going up. That is one of the 3 ways Deathwing can be healed. Regeneration Globes, Wells, and taking flight. Technically there is a 4th where Alex Straza is the only healer that can heal him if she goes into Life Circle at level 1. Oh, that's a great Entomb. This should be Leorc finding the kill. Brightwing comes through with the phase shift and the polymorph, but Leorc for Deathwing, not a bad trade, as Leorc can cheat death. You can already see, look at that bar just jumping up. Leorc died after Deathwing, and he's got a few seconds difference. It's actually going to be even less now. Leoric should respawn. No, he's not. Okay, he did cancel that a little early so he can hearth out fully. How much does Leoric usually cheat death? 5 seconds, 15? I honestly don't know. I think obviously it varies on how much you get with your Drain Hope in your spectral form, as well as how long your actual death timer is. If it's super short, then you probably won't get much. But if, like, let's say you're around like 45 seconds, I'd say a pretty good Leoric probably gets anywhere from 10 to near 20. I don't think they get 20 seconds off, but I would say with a 45-second death timer, I think a Leoric could probably get 10 to 15 reasonably seconds off the death timer. Yeah, it depends. It really depends on a lot of factors. Does he land the Spectral Leech? Does he, like, how long is the death timer as well? It's just all those minute factors. But I would say 10 to 15 seconds mid-game or so. Like around nowish. I would call it nowish mid-game. Maybe a little earlier, but still. That'd be my guess. Triglav Protector, bottom lane, starting to open up the fort as the fort front gate has already gone down. Deathwing with the Molten Flame is going Molten Flame build. Cocoon onto the Muradin. There's going to be Hanzo ripping a point-blank arrow into the enemy team's face as the Greymane does go down. Containment Disc, I believe it's available, but Vaev and Anduin are inside the Triglav Protector. Brightwing with the Emerald Wind does push 8-Bit back, who's just trying to work his way out of this engagement in the Avatar state. Leap of Faith utilizes. Irby does jump out of this Triglav Protector. This Triglav gets about 50% of the fort in bottom lane, losing the Greymane. Great and fantastic defense from Cat Daddies. Leoric pushing up mid. So around 25% and 40% to cut off the death timer. Interesting. But yeah, I'd say that's fair. Plus the time from having to return from spawn. That is true. You can, like, that's not really like I guess that is a measurable thing. How long does it take him to rotate from core to the location? That's definitely measurable. I'd say like 25 to 40% is, yeah. 25, yeah. 40% might be generous, but still, I'd say somewhere in that ballpark. And as I said, it just really depends on spectral leeches, all that kind of stuff, positioning, etc. Top lane does have a catapult arriving up here, and it does deal 350 damage into structures, 175 standard. And we're actually looking over here in mid lane as there is a potential engagement. Control point C should be announced in about 2-ish minutes or so, I think. Probably looking at 13, 14 minutes into the game. I think somewhere around there, if I'm not mistaken. Alrighty, I was hoping to see some siege in the bottom, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. We actually are equal on talent tiers, but surprisingly enough, Cat Daddies are playing a little bit more defensive. I'm going to go ahead and cycle through the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like while this Deathwing is going to be burning up a camp over on this right-hand side. Sage in the bush. Maybe a play into bottom lane. Containment has gone to a Nubrak. Some assist pings coming out, probably from a Nubrak. Whose division do we have? Not actually sure whose we have. That is a big Cataclysm from Deathwing. Uses the Bellowing Roar, but doesn't connect onto anyone. The Orc kind of self-cleansing with the Wraithwalk already being cast. And Sage should be able to back away. Top lane, camp that was grabbed earlier, starting to arrive to the keep front gate. The longer the members of ProBUs keep everyone in this bottom lane, the better, as the siege will continue through top. The Entomb from Leoric connects onto Tay, who pops the Emerald Winds, but that really isn't going to help out much. The Emerald Wind is kind of just to the edge of the Entomb, and Leoric was already starting to Spectral Leech. We do have the Biotic Emitter utilized by one of the ProBUs members. Big Chastise and big Umbral Bind. Leoric with a big old mop. And he's going to be cleaning up the fight right now. There's a Leoric Wraithwalk forward, Containment Disc onto the Deathwing, who will be silenced if I'm... No, I don't think he can be silenced, but anyways, Greymane, Razor Swiping, that's Deathwing to go down. Oh, Vault of the Wardens to get Maiev away. She actually, I think, had Conflagration burning, but the Vault of the Wardens gave a cleanse and got rid of that.
I'm getting another
Note to self, don't drink coffee immediately after eating a pickle. Pickle/coffee burps are not pleasant. Alright, well there you go. I will be sure not to eat pickles and coffee together. I'd really... That sounds like a Lay's chip flavor. Lay's chips goes a little crazy with their flavors. Pickles and coffee, I'm sure that's an option for them.
It's time, hero. Control the terminal and bring in...
No, I'm just thinking of pickle flavor coffee. That'd be interesting. You know what? Alright, here's this. Galzador. Get a jar of pickles, and then when you fill up your coffee maker, instead of using water, fill it with pickle juice, all right? And then Push the pickle juice through the coffee. Oh, it sounds so awful. Someone needs to test this for science for us. Someone needs to ruin a coffee machine and ruin a whole cup of coffee just for us. A whole pot of coffee. For science. Seems like Control Point C is going to be given away since ProBUs does have 20 talent tier, 11 to 5 in kills, and a solid level and a half lead. So Greymane pushes up bottom. Yeah, Greymane, Anduin, Maev, they all go bottom. Murden's down here as well. Leorc's on the point. This is not a trade that I'd be happy to have personally. Keep front gate going to be going down. Everyone hearthing at a top. And I understand it is like, it's kind of, your back's against the wall. There's really, what are you going to do? The waves are kind of pushed out. You're not going to be able to get 20 by the time they get a Triglav. So get a fort, get some value, put some pressure on the map. Be an interesting experiment, so yeah. I wish I could unhear what you just said. Oh, too bad. Welcome to my stream. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's all I can say. You're welcome. I do need to throw them away before I'm moving, so why not? Hey, maybe we'll have someone test it for us. There we go. I hope pickle coffee becomes a thing in this stream. Big Entomb onto the Deathwing. Does have the Buried Alive, so no... oh, wait, no, it ends, so there's the Cataclysm to get out of there. As Grazix is trying to get back into the fight with only one armor plating left. There's going to be reposition from the Triglav Protector to make sure that that conflagration doesn't burn onto the Triglav whatsoever. Is it does Triglav actually burn? I guess it's considered an enemy hero because you can stack off of it. So bottom lane keep goes down, but that doesn't seem like it's enough to end the game from Control Point C. And Leoric hearths out to go clear out top lane. I believe the correct phase is you're carried. How you doing, Maestro? I always struggle with your name because I want to pronounce it phonetically, but English is a crazy language. Like M-A-E is May, but in the spelling it's Maestro.
So that is the extent of the protector's power.
Containment disc will go out. No connection. Big fall, or big landing from the Deathwing. Another Buried Alive from this Leoric as there's an Emerald Wind from Tay just outside of it. Sage getting low does go down. First kill of the engagement is going to be onto the Leoric. A very low Jaina tries to back away. Maev goes in and finds the kill. Muffin looking to chase onto the Anubarak. That's going to be Shy Guy with the agility over the wall. Tay with another Emerald Wind with the level 20 upgrade with the intensifying wind. Puts it on a 5-second cooldown with no increased mana cost like it used to. I love that change. I think it makes the level 20 a little bit more viable and makes the level 10 more pickable. Deathwing lands back on the ground. Does have the Arrival of God, so you get all the level 7s, but you also get the level, or the Destroyer Worldbreaker landing damage is increased by 400%. As this mid lane keep is looking like it will go down, Deathwing zoning Molten Flame. Double kill with the another Entomb. Man, I gotta say, this Leoric, Sage's Leoric is not something to scoff at. Like, this Leoric play is insane late game with the amount of Buried Alives just landing onto multiple heroes. There's gonna be big damage onto Deathwing. He will go down. Jaina just now respawning. She's gonna try and make a big old YouTube play, but I don't know if it's gonna work out right now. Jaina is dropping some snow, but the core is starting to drop in shielding and HP. The triple catapult wave is here. Jaina trying her best. Nubarak's back in. He goes in for a big burrow, but the core is falling too rapidly. Greymane gets cocooned, but it still doesn't stop the game from ending, and the series will go over to the side of ProBUs. 2-1. GG. Well played. Learning English was confusing for a long time.